I thought somebody's just starting trouble, and I thought it's Chris.
Well, retell the story. I'll make believe I didn't hear this.
Well,
because it was really good.
I had to thank him because one comic said that Chris Rock said that you auditioned for Everybody Hates Chris as the Father, talking about me, and said I was awful. I go, no, I was good in that audition. So Keith called me. Keith was there. So Keith goes, man, no. He didn't say that at all. He said you were great. And then he told me the real story. So you
were great. You just didn't know any of your lines. But you're very unprepared and very self-deprecating. But you were great. You were actually the best one that day.
I could have got the Father, but I thought I knew my line. Put it this way: I always say in auditions, I gave myself a chance to get it, but I'm very aloof. In auditions, because I don't want to get too, like, I want it, or too, I don't want it. I went in.
So why try?
Him and Ollie.
Why try?
I was just saying, this is how I'm going to be as a father. But the word was, okay, he was the best, but he didn't get it because of some other stuff. But I was actually felt good about that.
Yeah.
That I was the best, but I.
So you finally got an opportunity to ask Chris if that was true.
Oh, you were great.
But well, here's the thing I heard is that I had an attitude, and I didn't. I know when I have an attitude. I'm not going to say I'm not an ass.
You didn't have an attitude. You came in. I feel like
this is good.
Ass.
This is good stuff.
I feel like Mr. Slate. Like I'm Trump. The reason you were let go.
But I don't like to give.
Wait, let's hear his side.
Wait a minute, though. I don't like to give. Just to let me finish.
Let the man finish.
I don't like to give black bosses any less type of respect than white bosses. I don't want to look at Chris and go, Chris. And when I go into white things and I'm acting right. I went in there to try to be business, act right.
How many black bosses have you really been in front of Thriller? You say it like there's so many black bosses out there.
You act like you're popular among white people. But when have you ever been like nice or diplomatic?
I want it to be the same, exactly the same.
Yeah. Well.
And
why don't you kiss up to Chris Rock? He's You're self-destructive.
I'm not self-destructive.
Look who's telling you that. Right. I know a thing about being self-destructive. I think you're being a little self-destructive. You're being a little too cool for the room in front of Chris Rock.
Too cool? What are you talking about now?
Yeah.
But don't think me and Chris don't both know white tricks. This is not dividing Piker. What is it? I basically said thank you for the compliment because I heard the compliment.
Right. So thank you. Chris, his acting was good.
His acting was very good. His acting was very good. He just didn't know. He didn't know the part, and he was very. He was just killing himself. He was basically screaming, "Don't hire me!"
Oh, Patrice! You know something? That's the Patrice we know. Just like Patrice. This is the man we know.
I swear to God,
absolutely sounds just like him.
I know when I'm being like that, but I wasn't.
The guy that he went against was like, "I'm ready to do this. I know every line." And he probably wasn't as good as Patrice, but he was so I will do everything you need to do, Mr. Rock.
Hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. It's not like it's a hit show, right?
Yeah, it's not like you see the bus boards and the billboards.
I saw your True Hollywood Story. You were the same way.
I was, and I straightened out.
Oh, all right. All right, that's his advice. All right, I'm gonna try.
I'm learn from Chris.
I'm learning from Chris. I'm gonna learn now.
Hey, Chris is playing the Garden. We got to get the plug in, man. He's playing Madison Square Garden New Year's Eve. How cool is that, Chris?
Madison Square Garden New Year's Eve. Yes.
And, Ticketmaster for tickets, and it's amazing to be doing that room. It's funny. I think we're off the air. We said this, but I'm like, is this? Are you doing there's two rooms? One with
the Little Garden. No, I'm doing the Dane Cook Garden.
The Dane Cook Garden. Oh my God.
Renamed.
That is the elephant in the room too, because you're sitting there going, "How do you ask somebody? Are they playing the real Garden or the other thing?" But the other thing is 5,000.
Still impressive,
yeah. That's the mini garden.
Yeah, but whenever anybody says it, you go like, "Oh."
Back to the other garden in the Little Garden in April, May.
Okay, so you're doing
4 nights.
In a 4 nights in the Jesus.
How come not do one big garden, because that adds up to 4 of the little gardens?
There's like insurance issues. Let me explain arenas.
You gotta look, Chris. You gotta explain that world.
I know when you're settling up at the Chuckle Hut at the end of the night. You sit there with the guy.
I don't know. I really asked it like I don't
from
know.
the Rainy Night House, and you're going over.
You ask it.
Tony Camacho has the check.
You asked him not to drop checks.
John Maroney is working with you.
You asked him not to drop checks.
Big up to Maroney.
Do they have wings at the Garden?
We might have rings. I've been trying to get Kentucky Fried Chicken to give out 2 pieces at the end of the night. But
I wonder if you probably make more doing 4 nights at the other one.
You can make more money, because the union is
very expensive. New York rooms are very expensive. I mean, I understand some of the big rooms.
This is all business stuff.
Not that, of course.
It's all business. Yes.
Something you don't know nothing about.
I'll be at comics next week. I'm trying to sell 4 shows.
Patrice decided it was a good idea to get a website a mere 3 months ago. Remember all the times you would come on the show and like,
see,
you have a website
that's
to
how
promote
he didn't
yourself?
get the show. Exactly. That's how he did.
He doesn't know how to promote. He goes, I feel weird promoting.
Do you see him trying now?
You are trying.
Jesus.
Patrice's brilliance is as a comedian.
You're playing some big rooms now, right?
I'll get back to you. Yes, I'm actually, Chris. It's funny. As a businessman, it's time to plug myself. I'm doing this. Maybe 1,000 is probably the max. 1,500.
Hey, you're out to clubs.
Yeah,
you made it. You ever had that thing where you're at the club and they have the meal, the menu, and then there's the stuff the headliner can eat, but if you're an opener,
no way,
you can't get shrimp.
Oh my God, the chintzy ass crap is that?
We don't. The middles can't get scallops. We're sorry.
You can have the chicken wings. Chicken wings for you.
I was doing a club recently up in Massachusetts, and they said that the MCs, the opening acts, couldn't get soda.
Oh, you know what's bothering about this conversation?
What?
That Norton and Chris Rock are having a nostalgic conversation that I still live.
If you had the right attitude, you're as funny as both of us.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and say I'm funnier than you.
I guess it's time to tell you this is an intervention for you, Patrice. Yeah. We thought we were having Chris Rock to promote his New Year's gig, but it's really an intervention to get you on the right track.
How do people be able to move on from old school news? I'm not like that.
I'll tell you what it is. You're as a comedian, and
you're like Whitney Houston. You're gonna have to be clean for 10 years before we buy it. Like, we supposed to just buy it now?
But she's looking good again.
I got to prove it to the public.
I need 4 crackless albums before I buy it.
I'm gonna have to be like Michael Vick after he gets out. Like, I'm going to take care of dogs.
You're gonna work at a shelter. You gotta pet every dog you see walking by.
You're gonna have to shake hands with a few audience members as they walk out, thank the club owner for having you. It's not your act. People love your act.
People love your act.
It's who you are.
They hate you.
Garbage.
They just hate you as they just hate you as a person. This is your intervention. I've been waiting for this day.
There is no awful human beings. I'm a good person.
Yeah.
I'm just. It's just.
You just got a thing about you.
That's what it is.
I can name 10 guys you're funnier
And you know what?
than.
And Chris, you know what? This is how you know. This is how you
They're
know.
way more successful than you.
This is Chris is talking to me like a middle-aged white man. That's how middle-aged white people talk to me. You know I'm finished because Chris is like, look, my son, you need to work on this.
If you think it's just jokes, you got jokes are only half the battle.
Listen, every conversation you have about Patrice goes with this. He's a funny guy.
This is years ago, no. This is in the mid '90s. I used to do this.
I met him. I hated Patrice. His pomposity. I met him, and he was like, "We're doing this hell gig for Jamie Duke. It was a college. I was opening."
You keep telling that story. I killed that room.
You
by the way.
didn't kill it.
It doesn't matter.
It's not about the comedy.
It's not about the jokes.
It's the delusion of who he is. I had maybe a 1. I
Help
bombed.
me help you. He's Rod Tidwell.
I like to see him sweat. It's rare you sweat on our show, man. All right,
guess
a
it's
breather.
Deal. Nobody's got a bad thing to say.
No.
About as funny.
Just my essence stinks.
Before they trash you, they'll say things like, "Yeah, it's funny. Are you friends with him?" Like,
Patrice Oneal will not be at the Garden. He'll be at the Undergarden.
Right. Chris Rock wants to make it perfectly clear. He doesn't want you tainting his Garden appearance.
There's the 5,000, right. There's the 20,000, and then there's the bathroom.
Oh, poor Patrice.
Hey, you work
hang for a little
Patrice,
longer?
see how I said thank you?
Wait a minute, let me practice.
That goes a long way, Patrice.
Thank you, Chris. See, I'm going to follow it. Let me just practice saying thank you to people. Just say something to me, Owie.
I don't have anything I could say to you.
It's okay.
Thanks anyway.
Hey, thanks anyway for. I'm trying to learn instead of going. Ugh.
This is Patrice to compliment him because he is a sweet guy, but he doesn't
want anyone to know that.
He doesn't know how to
he's got
get
that
love.
tough outer shell that you got to break through.
If you said, Patrice, that hosting job you did was so good that one time, shut up.
right. That's Patrice.
Patrice doesn't realize he's a big black man. So he thinks he's going, hey, how you doing? But what we hear is
Ooga booga. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Ooga ba, ooga booga ba, booga.
People who don't like Patrice hate him. Because he gets the people, because if he teases you, he's loud. You're not going to be louder than he is. And
I never realized he couldn't take a compliment properly, because I had complimented you on your appearances on The Office, even though they're very brief, but you were very good.
Can I tell you really quickly
people
why?
always, when they write for Patrice, they make sure they can write him out, too. I don't know how this is going to work.
They need an out for this character.
put a pre-existing medical condition in the character description.
He starts off with diabetes in the show.
He's boisterous with a heart condition.
Just in case.
That fun-loving, weak-hearted man.
He starts off with diabetes and a doctor's appointment in the first episode.
You could go into a coma in season 2.
They don't want to lose a minute of production time.
If you're lucky. Oh, man.
Actually, Arrested Development, too. I love that show.
I think I got thrown out of there for the same reason.
Why?
I don't think I said thank you.
Yeah, see, that's your problem.
What are you going to do? I don't, what are you, just...
Hey,
See? Just be nice.
All right, the great Chris Rock. What else can we say?
Thanks to the audience for a great year, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
We'll all do the hang at Jim Norton's show, and some will be at the Chris Rock show, obviously. And then my brothers join F.H. Riley's 400 New York Avenue after Jim's show in Huntington Village. We'll
Hey,
all
guys,
be there.
thanks for letting me be a part of this.
Yeah, whatever.
There you go.
That's good, though.
No, it's not. I miss filthy, awful people. I don't like this nerd.
Nerd. All right, we got to get out of here. We're going to go over to XM, and Chris, it was a pleasure, really. Thank you.
Oh, I can't be on the cursing show, huh?
You want to go over there?
I got to go meet some white people.
Lucky you.
That's how we end. We'll see you guys, I don't know, in about a week or so.
Later, man.
Yeah, all right, man.
We've been trying to get him on the show for so long, and he had such a good time. That was great to see.
Yeah.
Come back. He's always out doing films.
Oh, and did he just nail Patrice?
Yeah.
Oh, he fucking nailed him down perfectly.
He loves Patrice, too.
Yeah. I didn't know that. Patrice could have been the fucking father on that show. He could have he had the fucking job.
But then we wouldn't have Patrice
That's
as
true.
a regular friend.
I'd rather have him as the failure that he is than have to watch him be successful.
Patrice, if you're listening, the fact that you're a flop makes me feel closer to you.